Now, I don't get carried away a lot of times and have a piece of fillet of beef. It's so expensive these days. But I was at my butcher's in the South Melbourne market, Ralph's, and he had a special on fillet of beef, and I thought, oh, I can't help it. I actually really enjoy fillet of beef. People say, oh, it hasn't got any flavour. Well, you add some things to it. You don't just, throw it on the grill. And yes, it has got flavour if it's a good quality beef, but you could do this with a piece of porterhouse. It's all right. About 300 grams, that is. And I'm roasting it, so I'm sort of having a bit of roast beef, I suppose you'd call it. But first of all, I want a melange of vegetables to go with it, and we can have a look there. Now, I've got just some tiny vegetables. I've got Brussels sprouts. I've got these beautiful kipfler, baby kipfler, Georgie's Harvest at the South Melbourne market. I was very keen on South Melbourne market this week, and I've got some of those lovely purple carrots and normal carrots and parsnips and these baby Brussels sprouts. And I'm going to roast those, so I want them, to frizzle a bit, because if you're roasting vegetables, you don't want them just sort of looking like you've just boiled them. So they'll go into the oven first, and I've got a big tray here because I want the beef at the other end. So we'll start off with the veggies, and we'll put those at one end, and I've salted them and oiled them, and they can go into about a 220 degree oven. Pretty hot, guys, because as I said, I want them to frizzle, and that'll take 15 or 20 minutes. Now, this piece of beef will take me 10 or 12 minutes, I reckon. And what I'm going to do, and I'll do it now, this is just to add the extra flavour. First of all, I'll put some salt on it, nice sea salt, quite a bit of it, pepper, and this is my trick that I do. I get some good Dijon mustard and I smear it all over. Now, what will happen is, one, that'll add some flavour now, but when you put it into the oven, a hot oven of course, that mustard will seal and it will keep all the juices in that beef and make it even more tender than normal. So it'll be just lovely and juicy and wonderful. Try it with any beef. Really works really, really well. It doesn't have to be Dijon, it can be grained, it can be any kind of mustard. But the better the mustard, the nicer it'll be. And we'll just leave that to sit. And after about 10 minutes, we will throw that into the other end of the tray. Now, salsa verde. It's not a salsa as we know them, when we think about salsas, we think of Mexican or Tex-Mex. This is an Italian green herb relish. And first of all, you start off with some bread. Now, I've got some sourdough, no crust. I've taken the crust off, stale sourdough, 60 grams and 60 mils of milk. And we throw that in the food processor. We put the milk in beforehand just to soak up a bit. And what I've also got is a good handful of Italian parsley, which I'm just going to chop roughly. Don't spend half an hour cutting it up. It's just so that it purees. So a good handful of that. And my wife Ruth said to me, she said, the people will know when they see your container of anchovies that you're rather keen on it. You reckon that's enough? I want a couple of nice anchovies. Oh, I love anchovies. I eat them just straight out of the fridge. I love them. But on a nice crouton. Now, juice of one lemon, and also a few tablespoons of capers, which I've rinsed. Now, I won't put any salt in this because the anchovies are always fairly salty, as are the capers, but I will put some pepper. Now, I always make a bit of extra of this, I have to be honest, because you can keep it in your fridge, and it's beautiful with any beef, or actually with any red meat. And you just put a bit of olive oil over the top of it to keep it like you do with pesto. So just do it bit by bit like you would when you're making a mayonnaise. And the quality of the sauce will have a lot to do with the quality of olive oil. Oh, this is beautiful. Hunter Valley. Good stuff. Gee, we make some good olive oil in this country now. Really do. Right, let's have a taste. Thank goodness I didn't put any salt in that. It is plenty salty enough, I promise you. 10 minutes, I'll put the beef in the other end of the tray. Check the veggies to make sure that they're well on their way. And then we will rest the beef and then we will come back. Now, I just pulled the veggies out. As I said, they've got that bit of frizzle. Look at those Brussels sprouts now. You may be standing there saying, oh, those Brussels sprouts are burnt. You have to be kidding. That is just beautiful. I'm going to try it myself. Oh, it's hot. Oh, see, that's superb. If you ever read Ottolenghi's books and he talks about charred veggies and things like that, and I must admit people have said to me, they said, what do you mean charred veggies? I said, what he means is that they've got a sort of a smoky flavour to them, exactly like these ones have here. All right, and my beef. Now, Of course, I'm a rare man, so we all know that. So it's up to you guys. You can cook it a bit more. Looking good. Now that is cooked perfectly for me, and our lovely sauce. Now I did a 300 gram piece of beef there. You certainly could do 250 would be enough. All right guys, a lovely sauce, nice herby flavors, beautiful beef. To go with this, we need something a little special, and it's tempranillo. Sort of Spanish style and spicy. It's got a savory feel with its fig flavors, the perfect match for tahini and lemon. Neil Prentice wrote this, by the way, guys. I don't think I did. He insists that when eating this delicious number, on the turntable should be Miles Davis' album Sketches of Spain, which is the perfect match. I don't know about that. The wine will go nicely, even without the music. Cheers, guys.